Welcome to Inside Horse Racing. And tonight we have a top jockey who is one of the few to win two Belmonts. You'll remember him from Rags to Riches, winning on a filly for the first time in many years. And on Saturday, rode absolutely fabulously to take Union Rags home for the win in the Belmont. We have online John Velazquez. John, welcome to Inside Horse Racing. And again, congratulations on your win in the Belmont.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate that. One of the things you are so calm, so cool on a horse. What for you is a difference from racing in a maiden special weight or a claiming, and you get on in front of 7 million fans that are watching you, and 100,000 live fans, and for you, what is there any difference in your riding or your thought process?
No, I think I prepare myself, for the race the same way for every race, obviously, though, because I do a lot of homework and I do watch, the horses run and the competition, and I obviously, I ride with the same riders most of the time. So the whole thing is try to really do the homework in the day and how the track is playing and get to know a little bit your horse. So even if you have never ridden the horse, at least to do the homework about the horse and try to do something that the horse hasn't done before, and then it just happened to work for me that way, So, but I do approach it the same way, though. It doesn't matter if it's just a primary race or a big race, because you still have to go and perform and try to do the best job you can do for your horse.
So in terms of you being so cool in the saddle, it just your nature. I mean, it's just your personality because.
No, I think that has come with more experience as well. Because then again, I kind of got used to it, that approach it in the same way that I have to do a job that it will be the best for the horse and for that particular race and for that particular horse. So I think I approach it that way. So I think that's what has helped me to be cool and collect on the horses that I ride in that day or in that race. So being prepared, I guess being prepared and doing the homework that I do, so I'm fairly confident what's going to happen and try to anticipate what's going to happen in the race. And hopefully, the horse that I'm riding is helping me to do the things that I need to do, and give the best chance you can give to the horse to win a race, or at least to run the best race that they can. And I think that's what I approach it. So it kind of helps me to be pretty calm and collect.
Now, since you weren't initially the long-term rider on Union Rags, was there any more work put into learning about the horse and getting a feel for the horse?
Well, with him, I actually watched the horse run, all last year. Obviously, he was very impressive as a 2-year-old, and then he came back this year and he ran very impressive first time out, coming out the bench, and then he was third in the Florida Derby, and then the Kentucky Derby was, basically a completely throughout. He didn't break good, and then that's it. In a 20-horse field, you also all your chances there. So, a little bit, then I normally don't get on the horses before I ride them, especially for the big races. Sometimes when you pick up the horse the last minute, you don't get the opportunity to ride them. At least with this one, I had to go and breeze him in the morning the week before the Belmont, so I got to know him a little bit better and see him how he react, with the other horses around him. So it's a good experience for me to have even before the Belmont, just to get to know him a little bit. So that's maybe a little bit more than I normally do for these big races, that, getting in the horse for the first time on the races. This one, at least I got to get on him the week before. So that's probably what a little bit. But for the most part, I know the horse very well because I've seen him run. I've seen the races. So I kind of know a lot. I really watched this horse for a long time, so I pretty much knew the style of running and stuff like that. So my homework was done by watching and running against him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We have some questions. As I said, we're very tight with Thoroughbred Champions, the forum, and they have some diehard racing fans. And it seems a lot of people are curious about what ended up being a perfect ride. Uh, the Gravano, who is a Thoroughbred Champion member, he wanted to know, did you? I know things are less, minute when you're riding, and some are just reflexes. If the hole did not open on the rail, do you? Is there any thought process of what to do, or did that go through your mind, or did things happen too quick?
Well, everything happens so fast, and so you got to react and anticipate what's going to happen. My thought was he needed to come out of there no matter what because the other horse was coming towards him on the outside. So we do this. I mean, so many times, and especially somebody comes near the end of the race, and somebody's coming to you on your outside. You tend to come out a little bit no matter what, just to try to get that competition, a little bit intimidation to the horse, And I was so close to him right on the heel, so I'm thinking as soon as he hit him left-handed, he has to drift a little bit, just enough for me to try to get through here, and it happened to just worked out. My other option was, which it was going to be a much difficult loss, but if he keep hitting right-handed, I had to split the horses, so I had to put Julian out, and basically work my way out, and that probably would take me a lot of more effort to do, and maybe not get there on time, obviously. So I was kind of really anticipating that he was going to do that he was going to hit left-handed and drift out a little bit, and see, he had pulled the whip left-handed right in 316 forward. I knew he was going to use it, so yeah, it's just as a matter of time he's going to use it. As soon as he used it, I was prepared for it. That when he hits, he's going to drift out a little bit, and it just happened to work out perfect, So it was one of those things. You anticipate it's going to happen. If it happens, it's great. If it doesn't happen, you have to change it right away.
I have a question from Insane Crazy. He was curious about the hole and Union Rag's reaction. He, from the replay, thought that the horse hesitated a bit before going between other horses. Did the horse seem nervous about going through the hole? And how do you handle a horse or give him the courage to move forward, whether it be that race or any other horse that would be hesitant?
Well, you definitely have to have the horse to do it, and then he did that. That first jump to, when the hole opened up, he was a little bit hesitant to get in there. I just got after him really good. I screaming at him, and I waved the whip right by the ears, so, and just to make him think about going in and not pay attention to the horse outside of them, So I got him rolling. I got him really rolling before he actually got to think about, do I go in there or do I not? And just for a jump, I think he thought about it, should I go in there or not? And when I got really after him, he took it right away. So, you have to, not every horse can do that. I got to say, horses tend not to do that when it's a tight spot, but since I was in a good horse, I took the chance and it worked out. Then again, you have to have the horse to do it. Not a lot of horses are going to do it.
Now, Tsunami asked you, how did Union Regs gallop out after the Belmont? And from riding him, do you think his the mile and a half was a good distance for him, or where do you think his best distance may lie?
I think the mile and a half is way too far for all of them right now. So the worst is over. So I think I don't see any limitations on him. The way he handled everything, he was very, very good. Like I say, for the mile and a half, it's just way too far for all of them, and he handled it. He won the race. But I think definitely the mile and eighth or mile and a quarter probably be the best distance. You can save him and they can really have something to fight down the lane. But, I don't see any limitations on him. After the mile and a half, knowing that he's running a mile and a half and he galloped out very well, just to answer the question, he galloped out very good with the other horse as well. So I don't see limitations with him. But, then again, they have to stay sound. It's like everything. The horses are very very sensitive, obviously, and they take a lot of training, and things happen to them. So, if they stay down in 100%, I don't see why not I won't put any limitations on him.
Peter